You know what I just saw on the wharf? An old lady picking her way through the trash, carrying some old beat-up shopping bags. Looked like she hadn't eaten for days. Now, she looked pathetic, but I don't think she looks as pathetic as you do.
Drop dead.
Isn't that just like you? Here you're a macho medicine man. Leaves you to bleed to death on the operating table of life. And what do? You take it out on the guy that's willing to kiss it and make it better.
Is that why you're here? Gee, that's funny, because I had this crazy notion that all you wanted to do was come over and say, I told you so.
I issued some warnings before, but you chose not to listen.
The only thing I've listened to is my heart telling me that I have to restore Scott's faith in me, and I will.
Well, isn't that a tall order? You've been calculatingly and knowingly lying to his face day after day. I think it's going to be hard to restore much of anything with that man.
I made him happy, damn it. We were happy together. Isn't that what's important? So I told a few lies. If I can just make him remember the good times. If I can do that, I can get him back.
Dream on.
You're the one who's dreaming if you think I'm going to sit here and listen to the voice of Doom Keith. No. I'm going to remind Scott of what he's missing, not having me as a part of his life. And I'm going to get started right now.
Can I hold you? Girl, you smile like a star. You are too beautiful for the human eye. You are the dream.
Said to myself, don't touch her, you'll wake her up. But myself never listened. It just wants to keep touching all day long. You're looking at me as if I've broken out in some sort of exotic rash.
I'm just afraid that you're going to fade and curl up at the edges like an old photograph. You see, this is usually where I wake up and realize that the whole thing was just a dream.
Not this time. I'm here to stay, guaranteed not to fade or shrink. I may wrinkle with time.
I hope so. Think of having this much time with you. Time to grow old together. Oh, boy, I don't think I can stand being this happy.
You just have to. I'm not going to let you off the hook at this late date.
Do you have any idea how much I adore you?
I'm not sure. If we were in court, I'd have to see some evidence.
Oh, that's easy. See, this is Exhibit A.
How about B?
Are you really gonna like C?
I love
I didn't think you were going to come.
Were you expecting me?
Left 3 messages at your hotel.
Well, I haven't been at my hotel since early this morning. I couldn't sleep, so I've been out walking. I'm sorry I didn't get the messages.
Forget it.
Hey, is something wrong?
Found these pelicans on the beach this morning. Covered in oil. They're not handling it as well as the other birds. I was just hoping you could give me some advice.
Okay, the poor babies. Well, it looks like you did a good job of cleaning them.
I'm not sure that's enough. I think they're in shock.
Well, look, it may pass. We're just gonna have to give it some time and wait.
How come you couldn't sleep?
I don't know. Just one of those nights, I guess.
Something bothering you?
Bother? Like what?
I don't know. You tell me.
I'm sorry, I don't think I know this game.
No, I'm not the one playing games, lady. all right? And I'm certainly not the one who doesn't know what I want.
Look, I don't understand what...
No, I don't understand. And when I think I do understand, the boundaries change. I mean, 1 minute, you're telling me that we need to slow down, so I back off. I give you some space. And then 2 hours later, you pop up at my side again like nothing's happened, nothing's changed. And now, all of a sudden, we've taken to long, solitary, mysterious walks.
Look, I'm not trying to be mysterious, believe it or not. Look, I guess I've been sending some mixed signals, but I haven't done it intentionally.
Look, if I don't have a shot, if this isn't gonna work, would you just tell me? Don't toss and turn, don't go for walks, just say it. Because I can handle that a lot better than I can handle this suspense.
I'm getting a change of frequency. It's like Castillo's leaving the house.
You sure? No, he's not going anyplace. Just stepped outside to get his newspaper. He's going right back in.
Well, excuse me, I heard a little change in the signal. I assumed that he was...
You and your signals. Hardware, software, home and devices. In the old days, this was the only hardware we ever needed. Yes, me, it's still the best equipment we got.
You were up all night?
You look beautiful. Yeah, I've had champagne keep me awake before. But never champagne I didn't drink.
Harry really knew how to get to you by sending that to you, didn't he?
Yeah, when this bottle showed up, it told me 2 things I don't like. Number 1, he knows where we live. Number 2, he knows when we're here and when we're not.
So he was watching us?
What makes you think he stopped?
I can't hear the ocean anymore. You think it's still there?
Yeah, it's still there. It's just calm, so you have to be very quiet and concentrate.
I guess my senses are busy with other things.
You want to take a walk by the water, babe?
I don't think I can move.
Yeah, well, if we don't move from this spot, how are we going to get to work?
We don't have to work today, Julie. It's a holiday.
What holiday?
We have something to commemorate. For the first time, we can go out in public and not worry about who sees us. That's not worth commemorating. I don't know what is.
You think we're really that free?
Isn't freedom having nothing to hide?
I'd like to think that the hard part ended when you told Victoria, but I think it's just the beginning.
No, it's going to be painful for a long time. Every time I see Victoria or Chip. But as long as I have you to come home to, I think I can get through it.
It's gonna get a lot harder for her, you know?
Are you afraid?
Yeah, I'm afraid. I've never had anything as perfect as this in my entire life.
We've earned this. That's why I'll do anything to keep something else from coming between us.
I love you.
I love you. And I'll do anything to protect that.
So am I.
Then I guess we're gonna have to face it. We're just gonna have to grit our teeth and be happy.
Oh, okay. I love you.
Food's getting cold.
I can't eat. My stomach's in knots.
Well, you know what I'm going to say, but I'm going to say it anyhow. It's not always going to hurt as bad as it does right now.
Mel, you said that in the clinic, but you were wrong. This hurts more than anything.
No. You just don't remember. The mind is great that way. It doesn't let you store the really bad stuff for very long.
What I would give for one line, one small white line.
Just do not even say that. Tell me that you're going to stay off the coke, okay? No matter how bad, no matter how lousy you feel. All right?
Yeah, I will.
All right, I mean, the absolute last thing that you want is for Mason to find out that you're getting high again. And then he'd start some kind of legal custody battle.
No, Chip's the only thing I have left. I can't lose him.
Well, it's not going to happen, honey, unless you supply the ammunition. Now, think of that, Victoria. I mean, you've never had a better reason to stay clean.
No, this whole custody thing reminds me of when my parents split up. I swore that this would never happen to me. I swore I would never get a divorce. Yeah, I can't even say the word.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, there's no sense in hiding from it. I mean, it's going to happen. And you owe it to yourself to make sure that you come out of it with everything that you can.
You're talking about financially?
Mason's given you a raw deal, and he has to make up for that.
No, he gets half, I get half. It's community property. That's how it is.
No, not always, no. Let me tell you, you could sue for a bigger settlement if you want to.
Well, you think I should?
Honey, if I were you, I'd hire the most vicious lawyer in the state, point him toward Mason, and say, sick him.
Somebody like him?
Made to order.
Look, I think you're reading me all wrong here.
Am I? I'm reading you wrong. So I'm imagining it when it feels like you're warm one minute and cold the next.
All right, look, I admit there have been some inconsistencies, but I'm not doing it on purpose. Look, I'm not one of those people who thinks it's fun to leave the other guy guessing all the time. It's just that...
What?
It just seems insane to me to trust something that feels so right so soon. I don't even know.
Yeah, you do. I can't explain it, but you do. And I know you.
But life just isn't like that.
No, it's not supposed to be. But hey, it's full of surprises, too. What am I supposed to do? I mean, turn my back to it because it isn't what I expected?
Look, I guess I'm just one of those people who runs away from things that they don't understand. And every time I try to do that with you, something keeps pulling me back. I keep asking myself why.
Maybe you're asking yourself too many questions.
Maybe I am.
When I lived up in the mountains alone, I didn't have time for all these questions. I was too busy just trying to survive. And now, when I'm down here and life feels like it's getting too much and things are closing in on me, I try to get back to those times. Try to get back what I had. Get away from civilization. It helps.
Sounds like you're trying to kick me out into the wilderness or something.
I thought we could go together. There's a lake that I know about. It's close by, but it's very secluded. I've never seen anyone there. Well, rarely.
Sounds tempting.
No interruptions, no distractions. Just you and me. Might help you with your perspective some.
Kane, I can't.
You can't?
Look, I'm here on assignment, all right? I can't just go traipsing off to paradise.
A weekend, that's all. A weekend. I'll have you back for work Monday morning.
Look, I don't think it's a good idea right now, all right?
Well, okay. I'll tell you what. I'll make you a promise. Next time I get any more bright ideas, I'll keep them to myself.
Kane, that's... Why does someone do it?
What?
Become an agent? I mean, why does somebody do it? You're always hiding. You're never in the same place. I mean, you don't have time to be a friend or a lover or a husband.
Some guys need a war to fight, and they need to feel they can make a difference.
Was that what it was for you?
No.
Then why?
Well, my reasons weren't noble. I was just running, and the job seemed to be as good a way as any to keep moving.
What were you running from?
Oh, baby, I told you about those days. You know, it was a crazy time. I was helping the old master put out oil rig fires when the agency contacted me, and sounded big, sounded dramatic. My ego said, let's do it.
And all this was to get your mind off Victoria?
Well, you gotta understand, when things didn't work out between the two of us, I felt a need to find out what I really wanted to do with my life. I felt like a fool. I needed to find some meaning, went on a search. The agency did not provide that meaning.
Why is that?
The game doesn't work the way they explain it to you. You know, the distinctions get blurred. They tell you there's our side and their side, but you figure out that we're doing the same things they're doing, and we're doing them the same way they're doing it. It just... After a while, you can't figure out who the bad guys are. And that's what happened to Harry. He just, Oh, he finally chose the wrong team.
I can't imagine that ever happening to you.
Yeah, well, that's only because I got lucky. You see, something came along that delivered me from all these considerations. And the meaning that I was looking for walked right up to me in the form of the most remarkable woman I've ever met. And just like that, my search was over. And my life began.
Keith, hi. Are you preparing for a case?
What?
Mason used to bring those journals home all the time and read them and get new strategies.
What are you, nose candy or something?
What?
You're making small talk with me. What, are you on something?
No, I'm not on anything. I need some legal advice.
Well, why don't you ask your hubby? He likes to hold forth about legal advice, especially when he doesn't know anything
Mason's
about it,
left
which is
me.
most of the what?
The marriage. The marriage is over. He left me for Julia.
Well, congratulations. You just got rid of one of the most colossal bores in Santa Barbara. You are a very fortunate young woman, darling.
I don't feel very fortunate.
Well, yeah, I know. I mean, it's sort of better to be the dumper than the dumpy, but believe me, in the long run, you're better off rid of him. And Julia, huh? You're good buddies. Sometimes life is just sort of like a sloppy cliche. Now, wait, hold it. Wait, come on. You wanted some of my advice.
Never mind.
Well, hey, if it has to do with sticking it to Mason, I'd love to help.
I need a lawyer. Somebody uncompromising.
You mean like a real killer, somebody that I really like wring his blood out of his body. Somebody play hardball with him, huh?
Yes, you could put it that way.
Julia Wainwright. She's pretty tough. No, it's a joke. It's a joke. I got the name of 3 guys. I'll give you and they'll get him first try. He'll be bleeding. I wish I could handle this myself.
Thank you. Anyway, I'm going to go to the Bar Association. Thank you.
Huh?
Hello, big boy.
You stop following me. I don't need this.
Can't believe it. I found you.
Not posing as a patient today?
Here's a twist. I'm not posing as anything. How am I doing?
Gee, I hardly recognize you without one of your little disguises, Gina. An assumed name, an assumed affliction.
Bud, didn't I ever do anything that was good? Does one mistake have to erase everything else?
A mistake is momentary, Gina. An accident. An error in judgment that you wish you could take back. What you did took time. You had to plan it, execute it, give yourself over to it. And every morning that you woke up, you had to make a decision to keep it going.
I was trying to keep on being the person you fell in love with, and that person was blind.
Well, then that just shows how little you understood me, Gina. And that's pretty sad.
I know that now. Isn't there some way we could start over? I could pretend I never knew you, and the truth is, I never really did. But I want to get to know you now. And I want to stop being so scared of letting you see the real me.
It doesn't just happen because you say you're going to let it happen, Gina.
I don't expect it to happen overnight. But could we make a start? Come over today. I'll make you lunch.
I was thinking about coming by today anyway.
You were?
To pick up my stuff.
I'll tell you what. I'll get your things together for you, and you can come and we can talk.
I don't think that I have anything left to say, Gina.
Then just say you'll show up.
Okay. I'll see you later.
Who was that on the phone?
I had another little brainstorm when you were in the shower. I remembered a quirk of Harry's.
What?
He was never averse to paying for female companionship. Whenever we'd hit a new town, he'd always muster a list of all the high-class call girls. Sometimes he'd even pick somebody up off the street. The only requirement was she had to have red hair.
Really? Why a redhead?
Well, there was a girl when he was a young guy, and she meant a lot to him. Something happened to her, and she was a redhead. It became a thing with him.
So you think this quirk that you remembered is going to be able to help us?
Yeah, well, if he has made contact with a prostitute since he came to Santa Barbara, we could use her to track him down. I called a buddy at the Force, and he gave me a list of the ladies of the evening he knows who have, well, he knows, professionally speaking, who have red hair. Now, this one here is out of the business, supposedly.
Business.
She's working in L.A. Nobody has seen her for weeks. That leaves those two ladies, and I'm going to speak to them as soon as I can.
Valerie Hart and Tiffany Mallory.
Yeah, I was thinking I would start with Tiffany.
Not without me, you're not. You see, I have always wanted to meet Tiffany.
I think you're about to.
Mr. Timmons,
Jeez, what? Take your time, why don't you? I mean, I could have been out there having convulsions, dying. You wouldn't have batted an eyelash. What does she know? She's after, look at this. She's after my red corpuscles. What do you do? What do you do? You sleep in a coffin during the daylight hours, do you? Here.
Have a seat up here for me, please. Huh? Lay down for me, please.
Why?
I've got abdominal pains. Just want to check to see if we can locate it.
It's more numbness. It's
Numbness?
numbness. It's
What?
really.
He didn't mention nothing.
You're not the doctor, okay? It's here. It's on the left side. It's my neck. I'm dizzy. Spells. Huh. Well, must be quite a relief, huh?
Relief?
Well, now that you called it quits with Gina, all her bad habits aren't your problems, are they?
Oh, I'm sorry. I did my hand slipped.
Oh! You know what I mean? You know the way she hogs the blankets at night, you know, and squeezes the toothpaste from the middle. You love...
Open wide.
Oh!
Oh, God.
What?
You're gonna have to be quiet for a second.
What's wrong? What is what?
Take some deep breaths.
Huh?
Again.
What?
Please.
What?
I have the blood results, Doctor. Would you like to see them now?
Yes, definitely. The sooner the better.
What?
Oh, my God, I should have known.
What? Is there something wrong?
Yes, there is. I'm sorry, but,
Don't say you're sorry. What? Sorry. Don't say you're sorry. I don't need to hear you're sorry.
But I
You don't
am
need to
sorry. I'm sorry that you have nothing better to do than come here and waste my time trying to pump me about Gina. You crawl in here, you pretend that you're sick, and all you want to do is find out whether you can have Gina or not. Well, don't ask me. Ask her.
Okay, wait, hold, wait. I'm okay, right? The lungs, the heart.
What heart?
Look, I'm just not certain that I am the right person for this after all. No, he likes me. I mean, but there are other things to consider here. No, I am not questioning your decision. Yes, all right. I'll make another date with him. Today. Don't worry. It'll be done, all right?
I can't eat. How can I... Are you supposed to be eating it with your stomach?
No, I got a couple of leaky cylinders, but other than that, I'm fine. Let's get back to you. How are you?
How could I have been so wrong about her?
Oh, come on. Women. I mean, who on earth understands them? Join the club.
You know, it was sudden, but we both felt it. It was there. I looked in her eyes, and it was all there.
Wait a minute. You mean to tell me that you walked right up to her and you told her how you felt?
Yeah, why hide it? I mean, it's beautiful. You got to share those things.
Yeah. But have you ever tried the like, strong, silent approach? Have you tried that?
No, I don't want to play roles with her, right?
I'm not saying play roles. Look, okay. You are one intense guy. This is great. People admire you for it. You lay your cards on the table. You know where you stand. You are the great American male, Gary Cooper, high noon. But have you ever stopped and thought, maybe this might tend to scare her away a little bit? Huh?
I didn't push. I just said she made me happy. That was it.
Women. She probably thought it was a big declaration, something like that. Look, take my advice. Listen to me. Feel what you want to feel. Keep your articulations to yourself.
That's kind of dishonest, though.
It's kind of cautious, is what it is.
Pearl, I've led a completely cautious life already. I mean, I went and hid from the world. Now with Andrea, I mean, she's making these ice walls that I built up sort of crumble away. You're right. I scared her off. Best thing that ever happened to me. And I did that all by my lonesome. Just...
I don't know him.
Are you sure?
Wait a minute, I don't get it. You two are doctors?
Well, we work in public health, and it's very important, as we explained, that we locate this man immediately.
Why, is he sick or something?
He could be extremely sick, and it's our job to make sure illness doesn't spread.
Oh, my God.
But if you don't know him, then you have nothing to worry about.
Right. Well, look, folks, I have to hit the road, so...
Well,
yeah.
thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Okay, here it goes. Flip. Okay, I got it. Woo! Let's set the timer. Wait, one more. Here we go. Ready? Whoa! Okay, here we go. What are you doing here? Look, get lost. I'm busy.
What's the smell?
Cassoulet.
No, not the food. The smell. You. What was that? This.
It's just the perfume. It's okay, isn't it?
Hot so.
Well, it's not the name that counts. It's the way it
Hot
smells.
so. Hot so sounds like fatso.
Which is exactly how your lip is going to be if you don't get out. And I'm expecting
You know
someone.
something you're just never going to learn about this. This guy's even a good doctor. His bedside manner reeks. You know those little lights they examine your eyes with. He almost drove one straight into my brain. Practically gave me a lobotomy.
What are you babbling about?
You think that you're going to, with a little bit of hot so and a little bit of cassoulet, that you're going to turn this guy around. You don't know this guy.
He told me the same thing.
Because he's never going to forgive you. And you know why? Because he takes life too seriously. He's a doctor. They're the voiced. You know what I mean? They're at the depressing hospital all day. They lose their sense of humor. They get all bent out of shape about things. You and I never get like that.
Oh, right. Like every time you tried to strangle me, it was a barrel of laughs.
Come on. We kicked, we screamed, but we always let it go. I mean, we never hung on. We never got bent out of shape about the thing. Come on. You know what? This guy, you know what's wrong with him? He believes in truth and justice and right and wrong. That's the reason he's never going to be able to overlook what you did, So if you, one day when you decide that you've been glutton enough for punishment, you can give me a call. Hot so.
Hi.
Oh, so you followed me?
You could have saved us some time if you'd have told us the truth earlier.
Hey, look. Is this guy really sick or what?
Was he a customer of yours?
Yeah, once or twice.
Where?
It's my place.
And he looks pretty much like the picture I showed you?
Yeah, except different clothes. I mean, he was dressed like a cowboy, and he said he has this ranch in the Santa Ynez Valley.
Did he give you a name?
Bart. But it's probably fake. I mean, that's par for the course.
Uh-huh. How did he find you?
I ran an ad in the personals. I guess you read it.
What did it say?
Redhead with zest for life seeks male with equal zest, and then I just put my phone number.
Oh, hi, Scott.
Hi.
Hope you don't mind. We need to speak with your patient here for a minute.
Can't you two find another hospital to play detectives in?
Detectives. They said they were doctors. They said I might be sick. I mean, they scared me half to death.
We didn't mean to frighten you, but when you wouldn't tell us about this man and you wouldn't talk to us, what did you expect?
I don't believe it. You guys get me running over here like some crazy person to get my blood checked.
Well, the tests were fine. If that makes you feel any better, you can pick up the results with the nurse outside. I'm sorry I gotta leave, but one of these days you gotta fill me in on this one, all right?
Yes. You bet, man. Well, I guess we owe you an apology.
Oh, hey, forget it. I should have known. Creeps.
Oh, come on now. We'll pay for the blood test. Besides, if I were you, I'd be a little curious about my health anyway. Your line of work is pretty risky these days.
Yeah, especially when I get hassled by people like you.
We weren't trying to hassle you. Now, this guy may not be sick, but he's dangerous.
That's true. And we gotta have your help if we're gonna find him.
Castillo's leaving with the hooker. What do we do now?
Would you put that thing away? I'll call the boss.
Listen, I was just wondering about that hiking trip.
Oh, listen, about that trip. You were right. That was a crazy idea, so let's forget it, all right?
Well, I don't know. Maybe getting away from it all is really what we need.
Well, yeah, maybe sometime.
I thought we were talking about this weekend.
Well, yeah, I was, but something came up.
Oh, well, then maybe some other time.
Yeah, right. Some other time.
All right, then. Well, bye-bye.
Bye.
goodness. My goodness. Hello, you two, the little lovebirds. How touching seeing you together.
Hello, Keith.
You know, I heard about you lovebirds this morning. You'll never guess who told me.
Why don't we sit down?
No, come on. You'll be interested in this. The lady herself told me. Your wife. You do remember her, don't you?
Come on, Julia.
Well, listen, I'm the last person in the world to consider myself a fan of Victoria Lane's, but, you know, she sort of got to me today. Being all heartbroken. I can't really blame her with you two acting like weasels on a hot summer night. She was pretty humiliated.
Get out of my way.
Look, go. That's fine. Go have some fun. I mean, after all, judgment is just around the corner.
What the hell are you talking about?
Well, apparently you haven't been listening to me. I talked to your wife. She was heartbroken, but also, you know what they say about a woman scorned. Well, I think Victoria Lane is going to add a whole new dimension to Fury.
Well, I am not a detective, okay? So you want to find this guy? Find him yourself.
Tiffany, we can't do it without you.
How do you expect me to help?
Something tells me this guy is going to call you again. Now, if you let us monitor your phone for a while, maybe we can track him down.
I don't know. I mean, who is this guy? What has he done that is supposed to make him so dangerous?
He likes to kill people, and he's good at it.
What? Wait a minute. He knows where I live.
Exactly. So maybe you should help us. Maybe you need us around. Maybe then nothing bad will happen to you. What do you say? We got a deal or what?
I'm glad you're here. I've got lunch on the stove. It'll just take me a minute to heat it up.
Thanks anyway, but I really can't stay. Is this my stuff?
Yeah. But I thought we had a deal. I was going to make you lunch, get your things together, and you were going to stay and talk.
I tried to think of what else I can say, Gina. And I couldn't think of anything.
Well, you don't have to say anything. I'm never at a loss for
Gina,
words.
don't make this any more painful than it has to be.
I just didn't think you were the kind of person that wouldn't give someone a second chance.
Tell me something, Gina. Is this the first time in your life that you ever asked somebody for a second chance?
I don't understand what that has to do with it.
The kind of lying you do takes years of practice. We're talking about a lifelong pattern.
Who have you been talking to? Cece? Keith, he said he was going to go and talk to you.
I don't have to talk to anybody, Gina. I came to these conclusions painfully on my own. Are you going to tell me that I'm wrong? Are you going to tell me that this blindness thing was the first time that you've ever deceived anybody?
I always told you there were things in my past I wasn't proud of. You said you didn't care.
I thought I could make a difference. I loved you. So I let myself believe that you could change.
I can. I will.
Gina, you might want to, all right? But any time that the pressure gets a little too hard, we both know what you'll do. You'll rationalize it, you'll call it something else, but you will always depend on those things that got you out of trouble.
And look at how well it got me out of trouble this time. Don't you think I finally learned my lesson?
No.
You really did love me, didn't you?
I still love you, Gina.
And I love you so much. Can't we?
Sometimes it's not enough. It's just not enough.
Yes, I'm gonna go put her down for her nap, okay?
All right.
Oh, just be a minute.
Sure.
Okay, let's go sleep, okay? You had a big day. Huh?
Starting to look at this house in a different way.
What do you mean?
Well, before I used to think of it as strictly your domain. Now I'm thinking of it as partly mine, too.
Well, I'm glad. I want you to feel that way.
I like it here.
I like you here.
Nice day, huh?
A real nice day. So we ran into Keith.
Don't let him spoil it.
I'm sorry. It's just that when I think of Victoria, I feel awful.
One day, even Victoria will realize this was best for everybody.
I hope so.
I know so. We have to look ahead, Julia. We're not doing this to hurt anybody or humiliate anybody. We're doing it because we want to build something for ourselves and for Samantha. Something good and lasting. You remember that?
I'll remember that.
You know, we still have a lot of our self-proclaimed holiday left. I think we should make the most of it.
I'm right here with you.
Now, what are we waiting for?
Oh, my God. Oh, I don't believe this. Do you think this was Bart or Harry or whatever his name is?
Who knows? But you ought to thank your lucky stars you weren't here when they did this.
Get out of here.
No, it's gonna be all right. We said we wouldn't let anybody hurt you and we meant it.
What does he want from me?
I don't know about this, Eden. This ain't Harry's style.
Well, then if it wasn't Harry, then who?